Hello, good day to everyone. So this is Reninyo Benevitor Abukay. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. So for this day, I will discuss these postmortem changes. So nalaman na natin na these postmortem changes will affect the time of death, diba? So dito natin magkikita or malalaman how to determine the time of death. O anong oras na, ilang araw na, di ba? Ilang oras na or ilang minuto na napatay ang tao. So these are the physical changes and the chemical changes. So we will start sa pallor mortis. So the time of death ng pallor mortis. So we will determine this. So yung pallor mortis is defined as the paleness of death, di ba? So describes changes in skin tone happens 15 to 20 minutes after death. So after 15 to 20 minutes pag namatay yung tao, so labas itong paleness, di ba? Namumutla, di ba? Nagpuputla yung balat ng katawan. So is due to lack of capillary circulation in the body. So bakit pumuputla yung balat? Because of the lack of capillary circulation, meaning yung capillary or yung mga arteries is hindi na nadadaanan ng dugo, di ba? When we talk about circulation, ito yung dugo na dumadaan sa mga ugat natin. So because of that, hindi na dumadaan ang dugo sa mga ugat natin, so it will cause paleness, di ba? It cannot be used to determine time of death except if body is found still with color within 30 minutes of death. So take note with this, di ba? It cannot be used to determine the time of death except if the body is found still with color, di ba? So within 30 minutes of death. So ito yung tinatawag nating pallor mortis. So dito tayo sa livor mortis. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, itong livor mortis is yung cadaveric lividity, di ba? Or yung color of death. Describes changes in skin coloration, di ba? So after death, yung color ng di ba? Yung color ng dugo natin is nagdepende, di ba? Nagdepende if it circulates in the veins or arteries natin. So sa mga ugat natin, di ba? At death, the heart stops working, di ba? Because the blood stops circulating, the blood accumulates in the tissues closest to the floor, producing a purplish blue discoloration called lividity. So ito yung tinatawag na lividity. So dahil nag-start na magpa-pump yung heart ng blood, di ba? So immediately, di ba? Yung dugo is mag-i-stop din ng pag-circulate. So if yung dugo is mag-i-stop na ng circulation, so it will produce a purplish blue discoloration, di ba? So tinatawag itong lividity. Lividity appears in 1 to 2 hours after death. So take note with this. So 1 to 2 hours after death, so lalabas itong livor mortis, di ba? The clotting fix. So yung dugo is magfi-fix na yung clotting o yung pagtitigas niya is to 6 to 10 hours. A line forms after 8 hours if the body hasn't been moved, diba? If moved, a new line starts to form. So take note with this. Lividity does not develop in tissues contacting another surface as the capillaries are compressed, diba? So if the capillaries are compressed, so it will not develop tissues contacting another surface. So ito yung mga features ng rigor mortis. Dito naman tayo sa rigor mortis or yung tinatawag nilang cadaveric rigidity, diba? Or post-mortem rigidity. So maraming tawag dito. Defined as stiffness of death. So if yung pallor mortis is nagfo-focus sa skin natin, di ba? Yung changes of skin, then yung livor mortis is yung changes ng blood or yung discoloration ng blood after death. So ito namang rigor mortis, nagfo-focus ito sa muscle, di ba? Sa muscular features ng katawan natin. So defined as stiffness of death. So tumitigas, di ba? So ito yung rigor mortis. So describes changes in the flexible of the body. Immediately after death, the body is limp due to relaxation of the muscles. Develops 5 to 7 hours after death, then peaks 8 to 12 hours after death, and dissipates 24 to 36 hours after death. It moves from head to toe, then yung pinakaunang tumitigas is yung eyelids, diba? Kasi ito yung pinaka soft tissues na makikita natin. So itong eyelids is for your information is part of the muscle, diba? So ito yung pinaka soft na muscle. So ito yung pinakaunang tumitigas sa rigor mortis. Then the jaw, followed by face, trunk, arms, and legs. So take note with this. So immediately after that daw, yung muscle is nagre-relax. Di ba? May mga changes of the muscles tayong ino-observe. So pinakauna, di ba? Immediately after that, if yung mga vital organs is nag-i-stop na magpa-function, so immediately nagre-relax na yung muscle natin. So ito yung tinatawag nating primary flaccidity, di ba? Meaning yung muscle is nagre-relax. So ikalawa, itong rigor mortis. So tumitigas na yung muscle. It develops 5 to 7 hours, then tumitigas na talaga ito 8 to 12 hours. Then mawawala din 24 to 36 hours. So after 24 to 36 hours, so may tinatawag na din tayong secondary flaccidity. So may changes of the muscle. So may 3 changes of the muscle. First is the primary flaccidity, yung nagre-relax yung katawan natin. Then yung rigor mortis, or ito yung cadaveric rigidity or rigor mortis. Then ikatatlo is yung secondary flaccidity. After tubigas, then it will go to relax muscles again, di ba? So magre-relax na naman yung muscles natin. So ito yung rigor mortis. So ang ginagamit to determine the time of death is rigor mortis. So dito naman tayo sa algor mortis. So tapos na tayo sa pallor mortis, which is more focuses on the skin organ, diba? Changes of skin. Then tapos na din tayo sa livor mortis, wherein it focuses on the blood, diba? Changes of blood. Tapos na rin tayo sa rigor mortis na nagfo-focus sa muscular system natin. Then dito naman tayo sa algor mortis, diba? So it will determine again the time of death sa algor mortis, diba? Ano itong algor mortis? Algor mortis is the coolness of death. Describe the changes in the body temperature. So ito naman is yung body temperature yung pinofocus. This happens because of death. The body's ability to maintain temperature ceases, diba? Typically, these measures are taken rectally or by inserting a probe into the liver at least twice with an hour between, di ba? So ito yung coolness of death. So lumalamig na yung katawan after death. So bakit lumalamig ang katawan, di ba? It depends, di ba? It depends again in the environment. If ever yung environment is mainit, so mas matagal or madidelay yung paglamig ng katawan. If it is cold yung environment, so mas mabilis, di ba? Depende rin ito sa body, di ba? Body or yung physical features. Kung mas mataba yung namatay, so madidelay yung paglamig niya. If payat naman yung namatay, so mas mabilis kaysa mataba. So there are so many factors to be considered in this determination of the time of death, itong algor mortis. So the rate of cooling depends on ambient air. So ito yung sinabi ko kanina. If a controlled environment, so ito yun. Then dito naman tayo sa ocular changes. So after that, yung corneal changes is present, di ba? Nawawala usually yung itim na nakikita natin sa mata natin is mapupunta sa upper part ng eyes, di ba? Then it will create a cloudy like, parang cloud, di ba? Yung itim hindi na masyadong maitim kasi nag-create siya ng cloudy like structure sa mata. Dependent on whether eyes are open or closed, the thin film may form in a few minutes, cloudiness in 2 to 3 hours. So ito yung tinatawag ko kanina na cloudiness. So may mag-form na cloud, di ba? A cloud-like structure sa mata. Then papillary changes, dilation of death, then constriction of ricochet. So ito nang tumitigas na itong mata natin. Potassium levels increase steadily after death. So ito yung mga features ng ocular changes. Gastric contents, so it will again give us the idea that anong oras namatay ang tao sa gastric contents. Bakit? The time of death can be approximated by the appearance and amount of stomach contents. For example, inopen natin yung stomach at may laman pa. So, di ba? It will give the investigator the knowledge, di ba? It will create a reconstruction na itong taong ito kumain ng 3 hours, di ba? So probably pinatay siya after kumain. So ito yung logical explanation nito. Time of death can be approximated by the appearance amount of stomach contents. However, it has a great degree of imprecision and should not be relied upon for accuracy. So, hindi talaga accurate itong gastric contents kasi hindi natin malaman kung anong oras kumain yung tao. So, sa gastric contents, may mga general rule. Under ordinary circumstances, the stomach empties 4 to 6 hours after a meal. Di ba? So, ito yun. So, small intestine empties 12 hours after a meal. So, ito yung mga informative ideas na kailangan nating malaman so that we can determine the time of death. Pero again, it is not accurate kasi hindi natin malalaman as investigator kung anong oras talaga siya kumain.